so look this up.
Yeah, there's some series that like I will get into, but I'm so far behind the curve.
Yeah.
Like Kingdom Hearts 3, you're 8 games back at this point.
Yep.
So I think there was one quote from 2 quotes like from Twitter is like if you come in with at the 3rd game, like someone was like shit talking Kingdom Hearts 3.
Or they say if you come in and you don't know what's going on, it's a bad game or something.
Yeah. And someone said someone came out with their hot take saying like you're the reason why we
have to keep watching Batman's parents die.
Just like I guess that can be true, but like it's getting really hard to for someone to I never played Kingdom Hearts 3.
What's the story all about? Like, oh god, do you have like 3 days? Oh god, God damn it!
I think the funniest way to like learn the story is Barry from Game Grumps.
What does he do?
He did a 30-minute video on it.
Oh my god, no, like Team 4-Star did a fucking 2-hour video about the whole lore of Kingdom Hearts.
Barry's was he's never played them.
Yeah.
So his friend had explained it to him on a stream.
Oh god.
And this was drunk Barry trying to remember it all.
Oh god.
And compile it into a video. And my favorite part is like, and then Goofy died. He's dead. He's gone. And like maybe 30 seconds later, he's like, Goofy has found a cure for his death, and he's back, and he's happy.
God.
I think my favorite explanation is from my friend Mario, and he just explained it like a 5-year-old would, and like it was perfect.
Does your clip only hold 1 round for your revolver?
Yep, I've upgraded it all.
Does a revolver only hold 1 bullet?
This is a weird revolver. It has a scope on it.
So? The fact that it revolves means it should have more than one.
I don't think it's an actual revolver. If you actually look at it, I think it only has 1 chamber in it.
That's stupid.
I just picked it up, dude. It's what the game wanted.
I mean, it's not as dumb as us running around with Magnum and Zarmia 2.
That
got us killed.
That was funny.
That was funny.
No,
shit.
but the thing is, we did it though.
We did that whole mission with just pistols.
Because I think I ran out of shotgun shells and I was like, we gotta go. we gotta go.
And that was back whenever you had shotgun and pistol, and I had sniper and pistol, and that was all we had.
Oh yeah.
And like they were closing in, I'm like, well now I have to pistol.
And I also have the pistol. I'm glad we actually had like the actual best pistols in the whole fucking game, because that would have been bad.
Yeah. Was that in 2 or was it in one of the other ones?
It was in.
I think it was in
I think it was in 1. I thought.
I thought we did it in what's the newest one called?
Army of 3, Devil's Cartel.
It's just Army of 2. Devil's Cartel.
Army of 2, 3, Devil's Cartel. I need to switch. Literally, I was talking to you and didn't realize what I was actually wanting to do. I gotta switch these up. I'm gonna do this one.
Yeah, Devil's Cartel. I think it was that one that we did it in. Because you had the Deagle and I had the Magnum.
Yep. The Desert Eagle was I think the second powerful or most powerful one in the whole game.
The Magnum had the most firepower, but the Deagle had a bigger clip.
Yeah. And didn't that have the most damage, I thought?
No, the Magnum had the most damage.
Oh yeah.
But you only had 6 rounds before you had to reload it.
Yep.
And the Deagle had like 15 or something.
Dead. Totally dead. 100%.
What's the point with this scene?
Yeah.
Boo. Oh god.
Did you forget?
I actually did forget. Because I was supposed to put the controller down and be like, okay, let's watch this real quick.
Has there been like multiple times where Joel just gets his ass kicked and he falls off something?
Nope.
This would be his second time.
This would be the second time that he's falling, actually gotten hurt. Other times they kind of jumped him and he's kind of like gotten out of it.
Remember, like he was being drowned or like his face put in a puddle of water.
Oh yeah, when Ellie actually picked up a gun and shot him. Yeah. But that's plot grenades though.
But like, at least he's not fucking Lena from Queensblade, where he just falls like all the fucking time, like into a fucking cliff.
He's Joel. This man can punch clickers in the face.
Yeah.
But he has to have a shiv.
No, I'm talking about, he punched like the stage 1 ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like he literally can fist fight the stage 1 ones, the shank, the stage 2, and then just burn the stage 3s. I really hope in Last of Us Part 2 they actually like have like stage 5s and stuff like that. Or like sentient like mushroom people.
Come on now. You want to do this the hard way?
Yes.
Hey Tyler, what do you think about Apex Legends?
Domed him. I haven't played it.
It's
Nor have I seen gameplay.
It's a 3-player battle royale.
So it's Overwatch with less people.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty garbage. It's actually the same people that made Titanfall.
I love those guys.
Yep. So, as soon as I said that, I was like, as soon as I thought it, I was like, he's gonna actually like it if I say this.
I never played Titanfall 1, but Titanfall 2 was great.
Titanfall 1 didn't really have a story. It was just
didn't have a story.
The tutorial was the story.
Yeah.
And they pulled a they pulled a Destiny, thinking that it was gonna be better than Destiny. Then they realized it was worse than Destiny. And then they pulled a Destiny 2, which somehow was on the same level as Destiny 2 for some reason, which is weird to me.
What was weird for me is like people were like Destiny didn't have a story. I guess I played it after they had patched the story in.
No, you played it when they got the Taken King in, which was their actual story.
Because there was a story for the vanilla game too.
Very bare bones.
But people were saying there was none. There was some.
I still will say there's none, unless you like actually read the codex. If you read the codex, then you actually can get the full story, like 100%. Because like on the actual disc itself, without reading any codex, there's almost no story in it whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's come from a guy that actually truly loved Destiny 1 when he finally like, played it for free.
Oh, so good.
I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Because I was like, that's actually what got me back into actually first-person shooters.
I'm still trying to get Jacob and James to play it. James does not seem keen on it at all. Jacob seems interested, but he doesn't want to pay a lot for it, which is fair.
I think you can find like the actual like vanilla disc for like $4 or $5 a game.
Yeah, but I was telling him, I was like, he's like, should I just get the game on its own? I'm like, you want the complete.
Yeah.
Because most of the best parts of the game are in the DLC.
But the thing is though, I would say it'd be a lot cheaper if you just get the vanilla disc on PS4 and then just
we looked for the vanilla like game is the same. It's like really cheap in PSN.
Mm-hmm.
It's the DLC that costs a lot.
Well, the thing is, I'm saying like if you can find the physical disc of it for like $4 or $5, then it should be okay.
It's still $30 for all the DLC.
That doesn't seem that bad. You're just paying like $35 instead of like the good like
want
$80.
to pay for it.
Really?
His whole thing is like, if I can find it on sale, like the whole thing for $30. He's like, then I might do it. He's like, maybe $25, and I was like, that's less. You can't say maybe and then like cut the number down.
Yeah, he's not gonna buy it like that just because they've given up on Destiny 1 and they've given up a little bit on Destiny 2.
He has Destiny 2 because he got it in free.
Okay. We should play that then.
Let's play 1 first.
I don't know why he wants to play 1 first. There's virtually no story. The only thing he's gonna do is just carry over your actual like create a character.
It anymore.
He doesn't.
There was a cutoff for that. Before Destiny 2 came out. It was like August before it came out. I missed the deadline with my Warlock by 2 days.
Damn. I got all 3 of mine.
I mean, I didn't care. Because, the only one I wanted was my Hunter.
Yeah, the only thing I wanted was my Awoken and my human, my like robot guy. I can easily just like delete him. Like I'm perfectly fine with that.
It's because you have 2 Titans.
Yeah. And one of them I actually made just because I wanted an actual human Titan that looked kind of like older me. Then I realized, like, hey, why don't I just make it like a robot Titan and see how different he is? Like, that was just really, there's something different about him. Then I just made, like, I made 2 dudes. Why not make a female, like, hunter? I was like, wow, this hunter actually feels a lot better.
Yeah, I have a...
You'll just start.
I realized after the fact that I made my characters match up perfectly with the Vanguards. Because I have a mech hunter like Cade 6,
Mm-hmm.
an Awoken Titan like Zavala, and then a human warlock like Ikora.
You know the one thing I noticed about zombie like the zombie genre.
What?
Usually it's either like 2 types of zombies, like zombie genres. I'm just talking about like in the baseline of it, not
The
talking
survival horror and the kill 80,000 things.
yeah,
Like
so,
Days
essentially
Gone.
like survival horror is more about the people reacting to it and not about the zombies. And
And
where
then there's Dead Rising.
then there's Dead Rising, where it's all about the zombies and how cool they are and how cool the killing them is.
I mean, you can get a motorcycle with chainsaws on either side and mow them down.
Yeah,
Or you can just get a lawnmower and do that also.
Yeah, but the bike moves faster.
But it's more funny with the lawnmower.
I mean, yeah, but you can
Because
kill
their
them.
their asses are grass and you're mowing it.
because like one has a better affinity for better story because it's mostly character studies if you're doing it right. But the other one is like you have to really try really hard to make it a really good story.
Damn it! I missed it.
Well, isn't it just scripted to only like die at a certain part?
No, you can actually kill it. Like, I think you can kill it pretty early.
You can kill it in one shot.
I
without
just-
moving.
I just forget where you're actually supposed to shoot it at. I think you can headshot it and does the same thing.
Isn't it like the go to is just hit the heart?
Yeah, you go around the front legs and you get it.
Yeah.
That's not fun. There we go.
Which means you hit it.
I hit it. I
Isn't
hit
it
it like
like-
in the throat.
Isn't it like right here?
Yeah, that's in that area. That's
Yeah.
where all the vital organs are, for the
Yeah.
most part. Don't aim for the lower half, because then you'll hit the intestines and it'll ruin the meat.
Yep. It'll shit itself.
I mean, it's going to shit itself either way, but that shit will get in its blood.
Yeah. That's the only thing I learned from the deer hunting games that like from the arcades. Like just aim for that.
Is that it right there?
Yeah.
And also back then when I wanted to
What? Oh, come on!
Yeah, I think you missed that time.
That's bullshit.
you see all that fucking screen tearing?
Oh god, what is happening over here? That's my arrow. That's
Told
my
you you missed.
God damn it.
You had nothing to say to that, did you?
You're not wrong. I kind of did miss it at that point.
Award-winning game by Naughty Dog.
God damn it.
Okay, so I finally found a good middle ground for furry art and just regular art.
There's no middle ground.
There is actually no middle ground. It's
Like a good best of both worlds.
Nope.
It's just put ears on some random person.
it's
Dog.
not furry art.
That's just weird
That's-
anime shit.
That's cheap ass cosplay.
Yeah.
If you can call it that.
Basically, that's the middle ground that I've noticed.
That's the bunny ear girl thing.
What the fuck is this thing? I shot it in the throat and in the actual leg.
No, you missed the leg shot.
Okay, one. I hit the leg. Literally, it limped and then it went. And I was like, wait a minute. That's not how it's supposed to work.
Judging by the fact that the arrow got stuck in the ether halfway through, I don't think it did.
That was such bullshit. It confirmed the hit and then...
Your
it was like,
arrow learned Misty Step.
my arrow is the Misty Step.
Alright. I'm gonna go play Civ with Jacob James.
There we go.
Who are you gonna play as?
I don't know. I think we already had a game going, but I don't remember who I was.
Oh.
I hit random though.
Oh, so Do you usually like take breaks from like the game, or you just
We power through.
okay?
Yeah. What?
Well, I think
Uh,
James powers through by just destroying almost everything.
James always goes to war.
Yes, so he
Over
powers
anything.
through. He powers through everything.
The last game I tried to be a religious civ, and Jacob declared war because someone else started a religion, and he's like, Tyler is the only religion. I was like, no. He's like, holy war. I'm like, I don't want this.
Like for me, like I want to try it eventually, like Civ.
Hey, if you like actually like history and stuff like that, dude, that game is perfect for you.
It's just like for me, I just want to play something that people like. For me, I just want to play something that I know I could play with someone else that I know.
There's that.
Like I'm just like to people that I know. I want to play with people who I know I could play with.
Okay.
Like if I have PS4, I mostly try to play games that you're playing.
Oh, you be playing a lot of like one player games then.
Yeah, like only when it comes to like multiplayer.
You be playing God. I think third games though. It'd be a lot of like third person and first person shooters.
Because like at a certain point in my life, I bought like games because Mario was like really into them. Because like or they had multiplayer or something like that.
Kind of for fighting games, I don't do online anymore just because of just the lag switches and just the random stuff like that. But
Yeah.
The meta ruins fighting games anyway.
yeah. And then, but like first person, third person shooters, I love to play those with other people.
I don't really like co-op games.
They're really fun.
See, I like co-op games that make sense. Like
Army 2 was built around it.
yes, but I didn't like Swords of Ditto. That one was not a good game.
Oh, there's like once
The bosses were bad.
The whole
The rest of it was okay.
the meta was stupid.
The rest of it was okay. The
Which
boss, like the first boss, was fun.
Swords
After
of
that, it
Ditto.
was bad.
was it?
Swords of Ditto. It's a thing where like you and or your partner are chosen ones of this world that
It's
has
a roguelike, basically.
yeah. But the thing is like
It's
you
a
have
roguelike with old Zelda.
you have 7 days, I think.
You have 5 days.
Yeah, you have 5 days to defeat the evil. I think every like 30 minutes or so
It
is
changes a day.
yeah.
And if you die, you have to start over.
You really gotta start from the beginning as a new character that they just like randomly give you.
And you can get stuff to where you can carry stuff over, but it basically bleeds
Come
you
out.
dry anything you have.
Yep.
Hmm.
And I think the longest we've ever played it, I think we got to like the 3rd
We just
dungeon,
wanna talk.
and
Any sudden moves, and I put one right between
me and
your
Tyler
eyes.
died at
They don't
that. I think at the
over there.
exact same time.
What do you
That
want?
was a spike trap.
Yes, that was a stupid one.
The spike trap caught you, and I was like, good, I lived. Second spike trap underneath the first spike trap. Because I went to pick him up.
Yep.
I was like,
We're all very, very hungry.
I think
Cool.
I think it was the last time. No, that wasn't the last time. We played it like I think a couple more
Children.
times. And we were like, yeah,
I'm very
we're
hungry
not
too.
playing this anymore.
and then we played with it.
Well,
Yes,
And
which we
like-
still need to finish.
great.
Like,
Oh,
I-
yeah, we didn't kill him.
Nope.
We got real close.
Yep.
What do you need?
I have a really unpopular opinion right now.
Ammo.
About
Medicine.
Borderlands
Borderlands 1, 2, or 3.
Antibiotics?
in general.
We do.
I'm assuming it's either the humor or the gameplay.
The first one.
Follow us.
Humor,
I'm
yeah.
following you anywhere.
Because like I recognize
Bloody
it's
boy can go
funny,
get it.
but it's not actually. But I don't really
Comes
laugh
back
or.
with what I need.
I recognize it could be humorous to somebody, but it's not.
You put one right between my eyes.
I never really visibly laugh or internally laugh. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Bottles of penicillin.
It's just,
Because it's tongue in cheek, but it's also situational tongue in cheek. Which, when I say that, they're more or less just like they make the situation and then they like comment about it.
yeah, it's just so quips.
Yes. Which I don't mind games like that. That's what I always like. I don't mind like playing games like that or like playing Borderlands like that. It's just that Borderlands 3 was something where it kind of like went too far. It just kind of like felt stale to me.
Fucking quippy humor is like a double-edged fucking sword.
Yes.
Like
That's why I hate that Marvel movies are doing that more and more.
Bring him with
like
us.
I think the only time wherever it wasn't is like the only type of like movie that I've seen, the Marvel movie that I've seen that wasn't all quippy humor. It was mostly just like character humor. That was like Thor Ragnarok,
Yes.
and even then, like they still had some quippy humor.
And the thing is, the reason why is that they actually got somebody that you know is comedy to actually do that movie.
It's Taika Waititi, the guy who who made some other films. So, like he did a film with the guy who was in Fly the Conchords.
Yeah, no, he knows what comedy is. Because I was saying he didn't have people just start making quips. He actually had situations and had people comment on the situations, and also had the actors know what comedic timing was.
And also, it's the Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liner school comedy, where you have to be the quote unquote funny guy in the room, or like have to have a smart ass comment or quippy humor.
And even then, like it wasn't all the time, which actually made the humor that much more like better.
I'm talking about in Marvel movies in general. Like I'm not talking about the Ragnarok.
Oh, I was talking about the Ragnarok one.
Ragnarok was better. Like it was better about it, and they knew how to use.
And then, like for like the one-liner thing, they weren't even one-liners. They were just saying smart ass shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is? Because I understood Tony Stark was just because his movie had him with that, and also his comic book counterpart also had those sometimes. But then they had Captain America do that, and I was like, why? He's supposed to be the straight-laced one. The opposite.
I think like the only time like the only recent memory I have where someone made a joke that wasn't a quip, it was like Hawkeye. That was in Age of Ultron, where he said like we're fighting against robots and I'm fighting with bows and arrows. Now this makes sense.
Yeah, that was actually legit funny.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I wonder, like, I remember, like, so, like, during the time of this filming, Captain Marvel hasn't come out yet, right?
Yes.
So, I think, I remember, like, the actress who's playing Captain Marvel, like, was talking about wanting her spin-off character, Miss Marvel or whatever, I can't remember what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one that's her name is Kamala Khan or something like that.
Oh, that's something different. I think.
Like she's an Inhuman.
Yeah, that's gonna be coming out like years later. Like not even a year. I think like a year or two after.
Nothing over here.
Yeah, like for me, I like that version of Marvel more than Captain Marvel because like I've experienced that more. And it seems more fun.
God damn it.
But even then, I've only read like one or two like comics that had her in it where she was a mainstay.
God damn it. I got it.
And that was like Champions, and I like Champions. But I stopped reading it once young Cyclops, like, just deuced out.
Okay.
Because, like, there was an X-Men plotline where, like, the younger version of the X-Men were transported to modern times.
Yeah.
And I liked young Cyclops because he was just the serious one.
Yeah.
Like, because after everybody, like, in the whole fucking team can make a joke, I start to appreciate, like, Cyclops. I start to appreciate the serious one more and more.
Yeah. Oh god, what the fuck? Why are you having? Oh, got it.
Because, like, it feels like because it feels like everybody in that team, like, when I was reading it, I didn't really connect with every other character's problems. But when it was Cyclops, it just felt more serious because he took everything seriously.
Yeah.
Like, not in the, like he was a kid still. Like,
yeah.
But he took it seriously as he can. Everybody else was just like, oh, I'm gonna make a joke. This is my designated one joke for the, one or two jokes for this issue.
Yeah.
And also Kamala Khan. Like, Kamala Khan was a serious one too. which was nice. But I think she did make one or two jokes.
Never set foot in this place.
Great.
It's clear.
Then I just like the idea of like a young version of like of a superhero like being transported to the future and have to deal with
Stay close.
like their future selves like shenanigans.
Yeah.
They have to live with it.
Hey kid, you alright?
I'm fine.
Flickers. Get out of there!
Oh yeah, he's the final boss, isn't he technically?
Him, no.
Who was that guy that was the final boss?
There was technically no final boss in this whole game.
I'm talking about like the one that like had that good scene.
Oh, he's a boss, really, but not an actual like final boss.
Because for some reason I call him the final boss because that's the only scene I remember the most. The hospital scene like barely registers in my memory.
That's my favorite scene in this whole game. Granted, it's towards the end, but still, it's actually one of like the best that this game has like really have to offer. So there's something over here that I thought I could get. No, that was because I kept dying a lot. That they actually just kept. Oh, there you are, right here. Shit, what was that? I just stabbed you through the wall.
That fucking snow looks awful.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
But I think it's really hard to like make snow look good. I imagine for a video game.
Red Dead Redemption.
That's like they spent years, like they spent a decade
Not,
on-
they did not spend a decade doing that.
like
I can guarantee you that.
they spent a lot of time in that fucking.
Yeah, I would say they spent maybe 2.5 years to do that.
do the snow parts. Yeah.
Yeah, well, do the snow parts and actually get the actual like snow physics like to their liking.
Yeah.
Because that game, I would admit, looks like they put a lot of time and effort into what they actually did.
Yeah,
And I do appreciate that.
and this game is not meant to be about snow. It's just a tool for the
Yeah.
scene.
Oh yeah, it just emphasized like, hey, it's super cold out here, guys. So cold that like it's snowing.
Yeah, it's very surface level.
Yes.
Whereas like Red Dead Redemption's like snow, like
They try to be realistic with almost everything. So
Yeah,
they have to do their actual research and like, hey, how does this look when you actually like walk through it, or when a horse like gallops through it? And hey, how about your beard physics? Like, how long would that take you to actually like grow your beard out?
will your horse's testicles shrink in this weather?
It was so weird. It's weird that they actually went to that much detail for it. I was like, you know what? I'd rather them go into detail with that than to give us like just a shitty version of a sequel, a prequel of a game.
And I will admit, just like glancing at the cutscenes of Red Dead Redemption 1, like Red Dead Redemption, RDR2,
Red Dead Redemption 2?
yeah, the sequel is like way better in story and scope.
From Red Dead Redemption 1, yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's literally when that's kind of just like what John Marston's like character, not John Marston, John Marston. There we go. Fuck, I can't even think of his name. That's actually supposed to be his like character before like Red Dead Redemption 1 actually hit. Because the only thing he's doing is just redoing what he did from Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Redemption 1, minus the killing his former allies.
I do think Arthur Morgan's a really good character. Like, in my sense of like in the scope of the Rockstar gallery of main characters.
Yeah, because he's the one really. He just had an actual character.
Arthur Morgan?
Yeah. He's really the only one that actually had an actual character to him.
Well, like they upgraded the characters for like most of their cast. Like it feels like everybody like has a point. Like even Dutch is like a very.
Dutch is just the bad guy, really. He's just a crazy bad guy.
Like he goes into like he's still a fun character. He's still a good character.
I feel like they didn't. For me personally, I just feel like it didn't feel like they put too much thought in the actual like other characters, except for just like the character that you're playing as and the character that's going to be in Red Dead Redemption 1. Other than that, they made some characters one note, while they made other characters kind of like matter a little bit, but then all of a sudden they either die off camera or they die and no one really cares about them.
Yeah, well, okay, so Uncle is a bit of a not Uncle. The guy that you capture and he becomes part of your group. He's before Sean. Kyrie.
Kyrie.
I can't remember what his name was. The guy who got killed, and then like his head got chopped off, and
oh god, I think I know what you're talking about, but I just can't think of his name actually.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Like he was just there,
Yeah.
and like I didn't even know who he was friends with until like near the end, before he was about to die.
Yeah.
Because that was the only thing she was doing. Because like Mary Beth was the only thing she was doing around that time was like saying that guy's name, because like
God damn! I fucking died from that. God, shit.
I saw that and it looked like bullshit.
I hate that. Oh, the game loves to. I hate that I can actually do that to a lot of games where I can actually get myself like stuck in a situation and then immediately die, and I'm like, God damn it! I think I need him to get up there. How's this one here? Boom.
Here, come here, boost me up.
Ugh. Such garbage.
Ready?
But I hate that that can always happen to me, where I can get myself stuck in an infinite loop of falling. Press one button and immediately die. God damn it!
I know.
I only looked away for a few seconds, like for a few seconds, and I saw you do that, and I was like, oh, that doesn't look like it's right.
Yeah, no, it was. Because a lot of games where like they can't test everything, so when you're like, so if you get stuck in like two different spots, the game immediately thinks that you're like falling, or like somehow you're like off the ground at a certain point, so they immediately think you're falling, so they put you in a falling animation.
Yeah.
And at some point, you have to hit the ground at some point. So if you press a button like if you want to crouch and you're in a falling animation, they immediately just put you right on the ground.
Yeah.
And so you instantly die. That's happened to me, I think, 6 times in 6 different games. And I've always been able to find a certain point a game that the actual like game does that. Whoa. Man. Stop that.
Yeah.
I don't care. That makes you so I don't die. That would always make health.
Alright. Here you go.
Come on. Look out.
Didn't they kill like 12 children? The Fireflies did, or like more than that.
No, technically, I don't. It's implied that they're children, but they were just people. But they killed way more than that.
Yeah. because like they're
Yeah, no shit.
wasn't it just like a unique like type of thing where like the spores just stopped somewhere, stopped doing what they were doing.